We're still up on the tripod. Dead end. Well, I don't think so. Good morning, everybody. Whoo-wee. The beginning of the blue, no, not the blue, the end of the blue, the end of the Blue Mountain section, the beginning of the Beaver Valley section here on the Bruce Trail. Well, it is, I think, Wednesday morning. It's Wednesday morning today, October the 5th. Got some stunning fall colors. The bay, Nottawasaga Bay, which is part of Georgian Bay, which of course is part of Lake Huron. For the next 2 days, we shall be in the Beaver Valley section of the Bruce Trail. We're doing a 2-day, 1-night wild camp hike. It's going to be around, you know, I think it's going to be a total of about 55 kilometers. 32, 33 miles, let's say. About 33, 34 miles actually, over the next 2 days. Oh, here's a better view of the bay. We're on top of the ski hills. Blue Mountain, Collingwood, Ontario. Oh, look at the color. Look at the color this morning. Promises to be a stunning day, by the way, weather-wise. I think today is going to be sunshine with a high, I believe, of 21 degrees Celsius. I'm going to say 21 is what, 72, 74 degrees Fahrenheit? Just great. I just love that with sunshine. Tonight's low, I think it's down to about 6 degrees Celsius. That's fine too. And tomorrow, I think it's around 17 degrees Celsius. Perfect. For this time of year, absolutely beautiful weather. So hey, as I've already said, it's Jasper here. Welcome to my 2-day hike. And let's get to it. Let's lay down a few miles. We're in no rush. We're starting at around 7 a.m. after my oatmeal and coffee at home. Because I don't live too far from here. Well, take a look at the color. Just take a look at those colors. I'm not sure in this light how much of this color we're seeing. But just gorgeous, gorgeous color right there. Oh yeah. Taking my first break of the morning, and I just ate a bar, and that was good. In fact, I just ate 2 bars, and that was double good. And drank some electrolyte water. A little bit of the plan here. The plan today, or the next couple of days, it's a 2-day hike in the Beaver Valley. Starting out at the beginning of the Beaver Valley. As far as sections go, we'll call it the southern end, which is Maple Lane, the end of the Blue Mountain section, or the north end of the Blue Mountain section. And we're spending 2 days out here. We're hiking from Maple Lane to Metcalfe Rock. Metcalfe Rock is around 27.5, 28 kilometers from Maple Lane. There we're going to do a camp. There is a camp area there that's primarily used by the rock climbers. Quite often, especially on a weekend, there's rock climbers camp there. Hikers can camp there too, it's fine. I guess anybody could really. So it's a great location. I've camped there many, many times. This is actually one of my kind of training hikes that I do. And then tomorrow morning, bright and early, the crack of dawn, we get up and we head back exactly the same way we came, just the opposite direction. Beautiful, beautiful time of year. Fall, October the 5th, as I mentioned earlier. Take a little look. This is kind of the little kind of rest area, a break area. There's a bench behind me, I'll show you that. But through the trees you can see the Nottawasaga Bay or Georgian Bay, Lake Huron. And you can start to see some colors embedded within the green across the valley. We're going to be up there in a few minutes. Well, a few minutes takes about 20-30 minutes from here to make your way around. About 30 minutes to the top of that particular climb. And we're going to be there in about 30 minutes. Not a huge climb, 300 feet maybe. Some nice colors here. Absolutely beautiful. The bench that I was just sat at. My pack, of course. My gear. And the trail where we're going to go. I absolutely love this time of year. Again, I mentioned about as a photographer. My photography career is pretty much over as far as commercial photography is concerned, but I totally and very much enjoy landscape photography. So as a landscape photographer, I love the colors, I love the scenery. There's so many options out there. And it really is amazing. And as a photographer, your eyes kind of train to see the color, to see the light and so on. But anyhow, it's a gorgeous time of year for anybody, whether you're a photographer or not. Just get out there, do some hiking, get in the forest, take a drive down the country road, the back roads. Take a look at some of our beautiful Ontario colors. Man, I don't know. I think living here in Ontario, we are super, super lucky. I'll say that. Oh yeah. Okay. We're going to put the backpack on and we're going to log some miles. One of my favorite areas in the Beaver Valley section and the Bruce Trail in general, one of my favorite pieces of trail, sections of trail, is the Laurie Forest close to the beginning of the Beaver Valley section. Absolutely beautiful. I just love the Laurie Forest. It's almost magical. And it's a really nice footwalk through here. Also, by that I mean footwalk, I mean underfoot. It's not like challenging. It's a beautiful kind of trail. Beautiful forest. And it's got loops so people can park at, say, Maple Lane and hike in and hike around. Or there's other parking areas. I think it's Blue Mountain Country Road or something, or Side Road 21 you can park on there, I think. But anyhow, one of my favorite spots. But it brings to mind actually a question that I did get a little while back. So let's take a moment and answer that question. But before we do that, for all the folks out there that follow my YouTube channel and my Facebook page and so on, I would like to thank, my phone just started ringing. We're going to get back to this. So my phone rang, and that was my hiking partner from the Ganaraska and the Oak Ridges Trail, Andre. You all remember Andre, crown holder for the PCT 2019. And he kind of lives a little bit off the grid insofar as he doesn't have a great deal of internet type connections and so on where he lives. So he'd actually just found out about my mum passing away and offered me condolences. And that is what I wanted to thank everybody for before the phone rang, was all the offers of sympathy, condolences, and best wishes was amazing. And thank you so much to everybody out there that did that offered me condolences and sympathy and so on. My mom had a great life. She'd had a good husband in her life who'd passed away before her, so I like to think that they're together again. She was 92, she would have been 93 in December, so she had a good long life, so be it. She has now been cremated, and she will rest with my dad at the Battle Creek Cemetery in just outside Ottawa, in Collingwood area. Beautiful little spot. My dad always liked that little spot and said he always wanted to rest there. And they will have a niche, and they'll be in 2 urns inside their niche, and they'll be there for eternity. So that, thank you. Secondly, what we were going to say is a question, or an answer to a question. That is, what is my favorite trail or favorite section of trail? Well, I have 2 different answers for that. First of all, hands down, my favorite trail, through hiking trail of any great distance, has been the Colorado Trail. 500 miles, 800 kilometers over the US Rockies. You guys already know that. I've talked about that many times. What about my favorite section of trail? Well, this isn't something I've talked about. In the Cumbrian Mountains, northern England, just south of the Scottish border, there's an area known as the Lake District. In the Lake District and throughout the Cumbrian Mountains, there is the most amazing hiking trails ever. And these are just, it can all be tracked down and found under things such as Wainwright's Hikes in England. He basically established all these places. But anyhow, my favorite of all sections of hikes is a section of trail which is on a day hike, and it's a hike that I do from the community of Keswick in the Lake District, Northern England, in the Cumbrian Mountains. Beautiful community, and it's an out and back, so it's not a loop, it's a return. Lengthwise, it's about, I don't know, I actually forget, but I bet it's 35 kilometers. It's a good hike, and it goes from Keswick to the Wantonlith Tarn. We mentioned this before. A tarn is a body of water at elevation. So in mountains, you come to like a mountain type area, and you come to a body of water in those mountains. That's referred to as a tarn. So the Wantonlith Tarn is absolutely stunningly beautiful. And the route takes you from Keswick through park area around Derwent Water, which is a body of water, a lake, if you will, down a B road for a little while, which is a very small kind of country road in England, a left turn, a climb to Ashness Bridge, one of the most famous bridges in the world for photography, past Ashness, over and past Ashness Bridge to Surprise View. Now, from Surprise View to Wantonlith Tarn is a section of trail that is my most favorite trail period, or section of trail period. So it's from Surprise View to Wantonlith Tarn. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm not going to tell you what's there. Something you're just going to have to experience yourself if you ever get the opportunity. But that is my most favorite section of trail, of any trails. Oh yeah. We got a little bit of a climb ahead of us right here. So I'm going to put you guys away for a while, and I'm going to get to hiking. Just down the trail, along the side of this little stream, little brook, there's a little tiny gentle waterfall with like a little bit of a fairy pool going on, and there's a bench. In fact, I think there's 2 benches. Great spot to take a little break. So I'm thinking of doing that. And maybe having something to drink hot. Not that it's a cold day, it's not, it's beautiful, but hot. Maybe a hot chocolate or a coffee. I like that. In fact, we're arriving at the benches now, and there is 2 benches. And maybe a whole wheat bagel and a banana or something along those lines. I don't know, we'll see. Okay. Let's pick our spot, which is going to be right here at this bench. Look, you guys have seen this before with me, but it's a beautiful little place. Look, right up there, that gentle little waterfall right there, and a little fairy pond, a little fairy pool, and a little bit more down this way, slightly bigger, but again, very gentle waterfall. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Let's take the park off and take a little break. Dropping my clothes. So we had a visitor, 2-day hikers with their dog. They told me they were from Collingwood. So you got people from Collingwood, Wasaga Beach like myself, Thornbury, Meaford, and surrounding areas, all hiking in this area. It's a nice area to be in. Especially on a day like today. Let's see what time it is. Wow, later than I thought. 5 after 11 already. No wonder I was ready for my lunch. Okay. So we got some vegetable chips, a banana, and a whole wheat bagel. Oh, and of course some hot chocolate. A little bit of a moment about gear. On this particular 2-day hike, I'm using pretty much my basics. As far as my jet boil stash, my Patagonia down sleeping bag, I'm using still my nylon liner, which is my 3-season liner, and my Thermarest Neo Air Ultralight AirPad. What I am using different is I'm not using my Black Diamond trekking poles. Those I reserve for through hikes. And I'm also not using my big Agnes Copper Spur UL2 tent. That is reserved for through hikes. What I am using on this particular hike is a Kelty Salida 2. Beautiful, amazing tent. And I love it a lot. But I have 3 tents. I was actually thinking of selling the Salida. It's brand new. If anybody's interested, by the way, in that Salida, the Kelty Salida 2, it's brand new. And I would sell it for $150. It's a good, reliable tent. It will keep you dry in all kinds of weather. I'm using it. I'm carrying it with me right now. It's easy enough to carry. So if anybody's interested, send me a message or email me, trailnamejasper@gmail.com, trailnamejasper@gmail.com, $150 plus shipping if you need shipping. And I don't think you can buy the Kelty Salida 2 anymore. So it's a great tent. So that would be a very good deal for somebody if they wanted a really good tent. Perfect for backpacking, through hiking, whatever else hiking. It's just perfect. Okay, enjoy my lunch. The hike progresses well. I've met a few people out here today and chit-chatted with a few day hikers. That's always nice to see other people out here. It's a Wednesday, so if it was a weekend it would be busier, especially with this absolutely beautiful weather we've got today. So camp tonight. Well, first of all, camp's still 3 hours away, 2 or 3 hours away anyhow. There's a couple of choices at Metcalfe Rock. There is an area that's managed by the Toronto University Outdoor Club. And they've always allowed me to camp there when I come through. And also an area where the rock climbers camp. That's a little bit more in the forest, but more of a clearing, more of a setup camp. You can also camp there. Sometimes at both of those locations, there's others camping, university students, rock climbers, and so on. And I don't know, school's on right now, of course, but it's a beautiful day. However, it's a Wednesday. If it was a Friday night or a Saturday night with this kind of weather, I would probably expect to see a couple of tents up from the rock climbers. But it being Wednesday, probably I'll be the only one there. But you know what? You never can tell. Not all the rock climbers camp, of course. So there's usually rock climbers on it pretty much every day on a day like today. But camping, probably just me, but we'll see. It's always nice to have others at camp. Anyhow, the trail, let's just take a little look. It's mid-afternoon right now, probably around 2-ish. And the trail is pretty easy going here. Nice sunshine filtering through the trees. There's some nice color here and there. A little green in here, but there are areas where some beautiful fall colors. Anyhow, all goes well. Yeah, Look like we've got a herd of cows, cattle. Yes, we do. Oh, look at them. Hi, guys. Whew. It's okay. You take it easy now. Don't get all spooky on me. Wow. You know, a little bit of fact for you. One thing I learned, a statistic I learned on the Appalachian Trail this year, there's more people in the United States killed by cows than bears. Just thought I'd mention that. Oh, you see that one? Eyeballing me. That one right there, look. Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Okay, ahead of us is the actual Metcalfe Rock, and I see no climbers there. Now, even though it's a beautiful day, it is a Wednesday and the kids are in school, that means we may get climbers later. I think it's about 4:30, 4:45-ish right now. Sometimes climbers will come out at like 5, 6 o'clock after work or whatever, or school, whatever it is they're doing. Whew, sun's bright, but there, I'm going to just take you out of my sternum strap and show you. There, sorry about my fingers all over the camera lens. There is the Metcalfe Rock, the climbing area that the climbers kind of conquer, if you will. Down here to the left, this is the tenting area for the rock climbers, or what the rock climbers use. It's quite large. There's lots and lots of spots in here, areas of campfires and so on. And as I mentioned earlier, look at this. It's absolutely great. Great tenting through here. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes I've seen as many as 5 tents in here. Sometimes 1 or 2 or 3, but I've seen as many as 5. And again, that was on a nice summer's day. There's a campfire right there. Yeah, so I've seen lots of tents. There's another camp spot over here, a fire pit. I've looked at this one before. All this is tenting area. But I've seen a spot that I always like because it has, and I'm the only one here right now anyhow, so it has a nice big log, has a fire pit. I can hear hunters. Anyhow, we have arrived. There's a fire pit, as you can see, pretty fresh coals in there, so probably on the weekend there was probably campers, rock climbers here. Ooh. Let me set this up on the articulated arm. There we go. So yeah, I am going to be making my home tonight right about here. This is going to be my tenting spot. This is going to be my dinner table and dinner chair and so on. There's another small fire pit here, and there's actually another spot right here that's beautiful. And it goes on. There's more over there. I mean, you could probably put 30 tents in here or more. I don't know. But anyhow, I think right here is where I'm going to call home for tonight. So we're going to get camp set up, and maybe we'll go down and get some water from the river, a stream, creek. It's filtered already naturally. It's spring water, so you don't particularly need to filter that water. People come, again, I've mentioned this before, but people come from miles around just to fill up their jugs, from Toronto even. They'll fill up like 10 big water jugs and take them home. I don't know, 50 gallons maybe. I don't know. Anyhow, we're going to get camp set up. Camp for the night. My Kelty Salida 2. Now, as I'd mentioned earlier, and believe me, I do not want this particular video to turn into a sales pitch for this tent. The reason why I am talking about it here is because it's a good deal for a very, very, very good tent. And I would like one of my subscribers to own it rather than just put it on Kijiji or whatever and sell it that way. But again, it's the Kelty Salida 2. There are videos on YouTube about this tent. I'm asking 150 bucks for it, which is a firm price. It's brand new. And if I have to ship it to you, that would be extra, but I'll meet people somewhere, or if you're close to Wasaga, fine. It has 2 vestibules. One I've got wrapped up right now. Good privacy area, mesh. The vestibule has a ton of space. Zippers, it's got one door. The reason it has one door, and it's a C door, is because it's designed to help keep the weight down. This is considered a lightweight tent, a backpacking, hiking tent. And it is. I mean, I've used it like I've carried it today on my hike and no issues at all. A ton of space inside. I've already got my sleeping pad down and some of my junk for tonight. Tons and tons of headroom. Pockets in the corners. It's a great tent. Just take a look at this construction as far as the stitching is concerned. If it comes up on the GoPro, I don't know, but if it does, it's got excellent stitching. It's solid. I'm not using these, but it has all kinds of guy-outs for bad weather, storms, and so on. It is a freestanding tent, which means you just put it up basically anywhere. You don't actually need to stake it down, but we do to keep everything taut. But anyhow, there you go. So that is 150 bucks if anybody wants it. And the last thing I'll say about it is this: I will not put it for sale anywhere else for at least 2 weeks after I upload this video, to give any of the subscribers the opportunity to purchase this that would like it. When I do put it up for sale, or if I do put it up for sale on Kijiji, it will be more money. So again, it's a $150 deal for my subscribers, and it's a brand new, excellent, excellent tent. Okay, enough said about that. So, yeah, camp. We talked about camp already, and of course, we just finished talking about my tent. I don't know if I'm going to have a little bit of a fire tonight or not. But I tell you what I am going to have. I'm going to have my dinner because I'm hungry. It's got to be 5 o'clock now anyhow. Hike of midnight will be 7-ish. I'll be in bed by then. I'm not sure. I haven't checked if the... Excuse me. Woo. Yep, hiking all day. Started at 7 this morning. Got to camp about 4:30, 4:45. So that's okay. 27.5, 28 kilometers. It's fine. I'm not sure if there's a signal down here because I have dropped down and I am behind the actual Metcalfe Rock cliffs. So that could be blocking cellular signals. Hey, but that is it. Unless something amazing happens tonight, I'm going to call it a day for day 1 of our 2-day hike. And I will see you guys bright and early in the morning. We're going to set a wake up for probably 5. And probably by 6 we'll be on trail. Talk to you in the morning. Good night. Good morning, everybody. Jasper here. Today, October the 6th. Yeah, it's a Thursday, and it's day 2 of our 2-day Beaver Valley section on the Bruce Trail hike. Great camp last night at the Metcalfe Rock tenting area. Great location, comfortable, peaceful. Whew. Rain! Ha! No rain in the forecast whatsoever, and at 3 o'clock this morning we had a 30-minute torrential downpour. And then at about 3:45, no, yeah, 3:45, we had another 20-minute torrential downpour. No rain since then, just some drizzle. And as you can see, there's character in the sky, but there was no rain in the forecast. Anyhow, it did rain. But that's fine. We were cozy, warm, toasty. The trail this morning, right now, we're passing through along the edge of farmers' fields. Beautiful, beautiful fall colors. Take a little peek in here. Oh my goodness. Beautiful goldens, yellows, browns, reds, burgundy. Woo, green. Yep, green too. All part of fall. Yeah. Hey, I hope everybody is having a good morning. I know I am. Yeah, I know I am. Oh, and I hope it's a good day. Hope it's a good day for you too. You may recognize this spot. This is exactly where we had lunch yesterday. Just a different angle, I guess. Back at those little fairy pools, which I like a lot. Just grabbed myself 600 ml of water, which I'm going to filter into my jet foil stash pot. I gotta check in my bag. We're having second breakfast, brunch, early lunch. But I'm hungry. Spitting rain. So, I'm not sure. Something I carry, I'm gonna show you if I've got one. Something I do carry for proteins, meats, only if I have to, because it's not the lightest in the world. But let's see if we've got one in this pack. I can't recall if I put one in. If I did, I'm going to show it to you so you can see what it is. We're going to get our coffee, maybe some of those. Let's have a look. I do believe we've got one. These cans, this one is Flacons de Dindi. Ha! Well, flakes of turkey. How's my French? Okay, forget that. These are great insofar as it's protein. It's relatively light compared to certain things. You can just pull the cap and it's open. So, the pros, the cons are, even though it's relatively light, it's still heavy compared to our packages of chicken and bacon jerky and those spam singles that we don't get in Canada. Whoa, that was just a leaf falling down the rock there. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye, but I thought it was a mouse. So I break it all up. I'm going to add some boiling water to it when I make some. And I'm going to thicken that and make it more interesting with some instant potato. Let's filter our water with our Katadyn filter. Now this is the filter we used. What did I use this one for? I used this for about the last 2 weeks of the Appalachian Trail. And then I used it for our recent through hike of the Bruce Trail. And it's still working fine. The thing about a Catadine Be-Free, it gives you instructions on how to clean it, but in all truthfulness, you can't clean them. It's a kind of water filter that you're just, when you first get it, it's got great flow. And then it slowly over a period of time diminishes that flow. When it gets to the point where, okay, it's just going too slow for your patience, it's the time to replace it. You can try to clean it, and I encourage you to do so, but it's almost impossible. Just doesn't work. I don't think I got my potato out yet. I don't feel it. It's somewhere around 2:30, 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm just take a look at this view, by the way. This is beautiful. Wow. So yeah, 2:30, 3:30-ish in the afternoon. Just about to arrive back where we started from yesterday morning at 7 a.m. So coming back, we've actually made better time. Granted, we started earlier, I understand that. But I think we've made it in about 45 minutes less coming back than we did going. No idea why. There's one thing I noticed. When I get up at the 4 a.m. And hit the trail by 5, I seem to do very well for the first like 2 or 3 hours. I did this morning too. I felt good, I felt strong. I don't know why, even though it's dark and my only form of illumination is my Nightcore NU25 headlamp. It's lots of what I need. Look at that. Whew. Georgian Bay. Isn't she magnificent? Yeah. So, it has been a blast. Thank you for joining me, by the way. Don't forget to like, share, comment. Do subscribe to my channel. Again, subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, all helps my channel grow. And as the channel grows, then I can bring you more content. We've got a lot of videos coming up on gear talk, especially after just doing the Appalachian this year. And of course, all the Appalachian videos are being uploaded pretty much as we speak. I'm trying to get at least 2, sometimes 3 a week of those uploaded. The one for today is going to, for this last 2 days, is going to be uploaded very quickly. Within a few days, I'm going to put a priority on it. And we've also got to start the ones for the Bruce Trail through hike. Whew. Tourists ahead. Oh yeah, a couple with a camera taking some beautiful fall color pictures too. And why not indeed? So yeah, as I was saying, this hike has come to an end. Maple Lane. Oh, sun's bright right in our face. Oh, by the way, right there, well, that's the Blue Mountain section that you're looking at. This is the dividing point. There's my little car. Everything's good. Few cars here at the trailhead. This is one of the few trailheads in this area now that still has overnight parking allowed. Okay, we'll talk to you guys next time.